It might. Did she tell? She told you it was recorded. Okay, good.
She told me.
Then,
She told me very loudly.
I'm pressing record on my phone. Oh, I'm putting myself on do not disturb.
Speaking of loud and rude, when we start recording, I have something to tell you.
Oh, how exciting! I'm on do not disturb.
Okay, I'm putting myself on airplane mode. Am I pressing record now?
Yes, I'm on record as well. I'm recording as well.
Okay.
Oh God, it's like the past.
I hate this.
How do we have to both clap at the same time again?
Oh, I don't remember. Maybe. Should we give it a go?
Should we give it a go? Let's give it a go. Okay. I'm very dark and gloomy, but I've put myself on smooth out Zoom.
Oh, I'm not on smooth out Zoom. How do I get smooth out Zoom? Although I think I might be a bit overexposed. I'm right in front of a window.
I'm like in front. I'm like behind. A window is behind me is my problem. But
I'm terribly overexposed. I watched Dangerous Liaisons last night. Ooh.
Oh, did you? Was it good?
Yeah. It's very overexposed. Anyway, should we clap?
Yes. Okay. Shall I say 3, 2... If I say 3, 2, 1, and then we clap when it feels right, and it'll be off for us now, but it might not be.
When the spirit calls us.
When it's right, it's right.
Yeah.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Sure.
Why not?
Why not? I can't remember how this works. Well, it was not in sync for me, but if it was for you, that's good.
Yeah.
It was only like a millisecond. It's going to be an interesting journey of technological discovery.
Yes.
That we're going on. Them's in STEM.
Yes.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh yes. I'm Kate Butch.
And I'm Caleb Powell.
And this is Quiz Gone By, the podcast where we talk about nostalgic film, TV, and spooks. And try to work out... But not Spooks the TV series, don't get confused.
No.
No, Richard Armitage here, more's the pity. And try and work out if that's what made us queer. It's about spies. And I think Richard Armitage is in it, but...
I love Richard Armitage. He had me thinking I was straight for... What?
He's officially gay.
Is he? Oh, I did know that, actually. Good.
Good for him. Good for you, Richard.
And good for everyone else.
And good for us. Fish.
Hamilton.
Floor.
Is that what... Not Hamilton. What is it you always say?
Sheridan.
I got my musical theatre people mixed up.
Fair enough. Alexander Hamilton and Sheridan Smith, they are...
Famous musical theatre man, yeah.
He's in a pod.
Yeah.
Bless her. We should say today that we're going back to the pandemic.
I'm so sorry to people who are getting PTSD from our recording down a cave that we used to do.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully it's fine because we're doing our voice notes and we're doing it's a faff. Basically,
Patrons,
I'm up
you'll
north.
get what you're given. You will get what you're given this week.
You will. You'll like it and lump it. Packet of crisps, get up to bed.
Yeah.
Basically, yes, I'm up in the north.
Yes, and I was down in the south.
You were down in the south, and now you are in
the
you're in London, the centre of the universe.
Yes.
So we're getting a nice glimpse at your kitchen and a nice glimpse at my parents' living room.
Yes.
Oh, look at your lovely Nespresso machine. Very fancy.
Yeah, it's not mine. It's Amy's.
Well, it's soon to be half yours.
Legally! I'm taking half an espresso machine.
I own 51%
of this espresso machine. What else do you see? Plants, I assume? Yeah. You seem to save the bees.
Save the bees. You're a bit blurry for me, but I'm assuming that's just to conserve on my internet and that...
Oh, thank God. I hope
I'm very nice and smoothed out.
Well, you're very blurry for me.
I see. Well, I'm hoping when it records, it will combine the best of both worlds, Hannah Montana. Or it might just give us the worst of each. But there we go.
Patrons, you will like it and lump it.
Hopefully normal-ish service will be resumed.
I do think what we lack in video quality... Yes. I think recording far away over Zoom does give this episode a certain je ne sais quoi. The era where we did this a lot, the episodes are unwell.
Yes, rabid.
We're rarely well, but you know.
But people stuck with us, you know.
Thank you.
And they did. Oh, I'm on a very creaky piano stool. I hope people don't think I'm
I can't hear
passing gas. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Listen,
I keep checking we're recording. Oh. Sing us a song. Don't make me sing. Oh, the saddest ABBA. But you're playing it ever so
I
jaunty.
dreamed a dream and woke up. It's not ABBA at all.
I thought it was slipping through my fingers all the time. I try to capture every minute, the feeling in it. This will be horrible to listen to.
I've got to edit it together.
I'm so sorry.
I can only do it up until the tigers come.
Oh, why? Key change?
I can't do the key change. Yeah, key change. But the tigers come at
Come at
night.
night, where the voice is soft as thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not very soft. That's clever. That's witty. That's lyrics. You see.
That's on English Lit Hem.
Speaking of wild animals appearing at night.
Oh.
Ooh, tenuous. Speaking of a woman that comes back as a ghost at the end of the show.
All right.
And a third thing that relates to vampires. And Les Mis. There's not much vampires in Les Mis, is there?
A man committing crimes.
Sure.
He keeps murdering people. He doesn't. That's the whole...
Jean Valjean never murdered no one in his life. He just
Oh my God.
stole a loaf of bread.
A shitty policeman. Jean Valjean.
A shitty policeman.
And the man.
And a man on the run from this shitty policeman. Today... Today! We're going to 2009. BBC Three.
Yes.
And we are getting all spooky, scary, and slightly sad.
I was going to say gay, but yeah.
Not that... Oh, don't want to jump the gun.
I mean, not canonically gay, but
Not
there's
canonically
a smattering.
gay, but if anyone's going to snout it out like the little truffle pigs we are, we're going to find some queer representation.
Yeah.
We are doing Being Human. Let's see how that comes out together.
In my opinion, sorry, this is a show about two gays and their inevitable mentally unwell bisexual friend.
Yeah. I mean...
House share.
If you squint, that's what it is. Yeah.
And I am. I've taken my glasses off. You get...
Sorry, I'm obsessed that you've got your little spot patch on.
Oh yeah, do you feel you'd have to mention it to the listeners?
Something for the patron. Well,
the patrons.
If anyone would like to see Caitlin in a... Not a state of undress, that's a state of vulnerability.
I put something on. I did the opposite of what Chanel said, because she's a Nazi.
Coco Chanel, not Chanel O'Connor. We don't know her political leanings.
Yeah.
I am obsessed with her, though.
I love this woman. Also, if you're sending Chanel O'Connor hate, grow the fuck up. Grow up.
It's telly.
It's telly, and she's so good at it.
I wanted to do a tweet that was like, born 2023, died 2023, born 2024, close enough, welcome back Vicky Vivacious. But I didn't know how the internet would respond, because I have been in an internet furore. I don't know if you've seen.
No, I haven't. What's happened?
Oh, I was at the Daily Mail. Did you see?
No, what? What did you do? Was it incredibly reasonable?
It was incredibly reasonable and minuscule. Oh
my God.
Shall I read you the headline?
How did I miss this? Yes, please.
So the headline was like, I don't know what I'd read it to you. I'll remember it to you. It is furious row erupts as RuPaul's Drag Race star slams BBC for allowing Oxford and Cambridge to send multiple university challenge teams.
I saw this tweet and I was like, ah, ha, ha, ha.
Oh yeah, a simple
I was
tweet.
like, a slamming. That's a slamming right there.
A furious row. A furious row.
Row with who? Who was disagreeing with you?
I didn't.
Was it Giles Brandreth or something?
Someone said that this is the opinion of a moron. Someone said that I am not qualified to speak on television quiz shows.
Oh, and you went, oh, actually.
I went, oh.
Oh.
I went, oh. I watch a lot of them, what can I say? And it was just a lot of being like, well, if it's Oxford and Cambridge are only allowed to send one team, they're going to send a super team. And I was like, all right.
I hate that logic. That makes me so angry. Because have you met someone in the wild who went to Oxford and Cambridge? Have you met... They're not fucking geniuses. They're just people who didn't have, like, the... Oh, I'm going to be so rude about Oxford and Cambridge. I genuinely think when it comes to, like, the top, let's say, fucking 10 unis, I don't even know what they are, everyone's basically the same level of intelligence. But if you go to Oxford and Cambridge, you basically were very boring and did everything they wanted exactly in the exams. You didn't have the kind of, ooh, I'm going to go a bit off-piste. That's my personal opinion. Obviously, if you went to Oxford or Cambridge, I'm not talking about you. I'm literally talking about a girl in school who got into Oxford and Cambridge and I didn't.
It's just very elitist because, like, there's other universities that have just as clever people.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Like, I think my top take, you know what I mean, is... Hot take. Have you met someone who goes to Imperial? That shit is fucking terrifying. They're wrong. I mean, they're so right. They're very intelligent, but they're so intelligent. It's gone round the other way. I see.
They're
so good.
I thought instead we could have all the other universities with colleges could enter Derwent College of the University of York.
I mean, the asbestos poisoning.
What were you in? James.
Yeah,
you give James vibes.
James, because I wanted an ensuite. You know.
I went to Constantine because I wanted an ensuite.
And you wanted to be far away and have no friends.
I was on my campus. I was on my campus.
What?
Heslington East.
No one goes there.
Except for where my department was.
Oh, that just makes a lot of sense. Okay, well done. Very smart.
And I was the first person. I was the inaugural year of Constantine College. Yeah. Now they've got Anne Lister. Do you have to be gay to go there?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. Yeah, you should be. The law. Anyway, have we said what we're doing?
Yes, but also I want to hear so what happened with the Daily Mail?
They just did an article and I was like, there's more things to report on.
My God.
But it's nice that they call me a star.
My friend was in the Daily Mail because she made a TikTok. Maddie Campion, please go check her out on TikTok. She did a video where she put Tara Masalata in a phone case and hung around street crossings pretending to be on the phone, waiting for a phone to get nicked. It's incredible. It's so good.
Tara Masalata.
Yeah, so that they'll nick the phone and have Tara Masalata all over their hands. They'll think twice. It's genius. It's fantastic. Go watch the video.
I love that.
And I think the Daily Mail were like, hey, can we use this? And she was like, for money? Of course. And they did it anyway. So now she's just invoicing the Daily Mail every day. Actually, I don't know for a fact. I don't know that for a fact. I think she will. I'm not sure. She should. Absolutely.
How much revenue are they getting in clicks from that shitty article about a tweet that didn't even get 10,000 likes?
Oh.
At the time.
Well, apparently the big thing at the moment is that, because they're a massive fucking hate mob trash paper, you wipe your ass with them, but they earn lots of their money at the moment from doing, like, funny, cute things on TikTok. So don't share. It's really easy to share the Daily Mail TikToks. Don't do it. Block them on TikTok. So
don't do it. And the Sun. Don't buy the Sun.
Yeah, because that's how they get their revenue at the moment, apparently. Apparently.
Yeah, someone commented, like, the Daily Mail has finally had its hatred of queer people outranked by its hatred of the BBC.
Weren't you in the Daily Mail before? For getting to an argument with, like, young Tories?
Thing.
Oh, is it not that? What?
It was the top, when it was like, someone said that I looked like Tom Tugendhat.
nasty. How rude.
How horrid and nasty.
Then he was like, oh yeah, all young Tories were like, ka or something.
Yeah, and I was like, don't try and
Please
be part
don't.
of this.
Yeah. Was it
Don't
gay
use
Tories?
a picture of me when your party is incredibly transphobic.
Yeah.
When I said no one can be a gay Tory. I said it's an oxymoron.
I know a gay Tory.
And I stand by... Do you?
Yeah, well, exactly.
Or do you just know a self-hating idiot? How about that?
I mean, I've tried to make that argument many times. It doesn't go down well.
Speaking of self-hating idiots...
Nice.
Being Human. Did you watch it?
I did. I was obsessed with it. I think I got a bit too spooked by... Not the werewolf, because we'll talk about the werewolf. This silly little muppet of a werewolf. But, as you know, I hate a werewolf transformation. It freaks me out. After Harry Potter, Prisoner of Azkaban, I didn't sleep for a week. I didn't sleep for a week. I was terrified. Well, no, I did sleep, but when you wake up in the middle of the night, you need the loo. I couldn't go out into the corridor.
Why does it have to be so painful?
Oh, what? Why can't you just kind of...
Why can't you Twilight it, where it's like a running leap into a wolf?
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Well, I think because it has to be some kind of moral failing
fuck
or something.
off.
It has to be some metaphor.
Just let me be a wolf.
Is it about STIs?
Probably.
Is that what it is? Probably.
Most things are.
Yeah, it's true.
I don't remember I think I watched the first episode. Mm-hmm. And I was aware of it being on.
Yeah.
But it did seem a bit too grown up for me.
I do remember this. I remember watching a few episodes. I think it was partly the amount of werewolf transformations and how shitty the werewolves are. But also, I was like, it's a bit... Oh, I shouldn't. Have I told you about when my friends were watching Borat? And I was like, no, we shouldn't be watching this. So I watched it at the top of the stairs looking down.
That's fair. You
so I want to see it, but also don't want to get into trouble because we shouldn't be watching this. We're too young.
You have to have deniability.
Yeah.
When you're watching a film that's an age rating higher
I would be
than
great
your
at committing a crime.
I don't know. Oh,
no, but I didn't do it. I didn't see it.
No, I was at the top of the stairs, Your Honour.
Well, someone was at the top of the stairs.
Well,
it's Annie.
It's Annie.
We're so good. For an episode that is going to be hell to edit, we are making this very difficult on you.
Me. Hello. On a week that I'm incredibly busy as well.
Yes.
Yes. But c'est la vie. C'est la vie. I was watching Torchwood at this time, so I don't know why I thought this was too grown up
it's related. For me. It's related, yeah. I see. I thought you were talking about watching Torchwood yesterday.
No, I won't say anything.
No, please. I think I watched a few episodes of Torchwood, but it also felt a bit too grown up.
But Torchwood was incredibly grown up.
Yeah.
Like
the
you would
amount
see
of
it
fucking
up someone's bumhole on a weekly basis.
Yeah.
And this was tame in comparison.
Tame.
I think it might have been like the existentialism and just the sadness of sharing a flat with someone.
Yeah.
And I don't relate to it. However, seeing up a bumhole, that's for me.
I think it should have prepared me for the hell of housemates. I think I went, when I go to uni, I'll make friends and I'll have housemates who we all get on and it'll be great and no one will ever just not wash their dishes. That would be insane. Why would you just leave them? That's wild.
At least you had an ensuite.
Oh yeah, well that was
Imagine if you'd been sharing a toilet with people who wouldn't wash their dishes.
Oh.
Yeah. I love an ensuite.
I love an ensuite. Mm.
I've got one now.
In your bedroom? Your family home?
No, not my family home.
Oh.
In my house, in my flat in London.
Oh, I see what you mean. I thought you meant right now. I was like, yeah, okay.
No, right now? No.
Right now.
Anyway.
Right.
We got Annie.
Yeah. Got Mitchell.
She's a ghost lady.
Oh, no, Mitchell. We're out of sync. I'll let you talk.
No, Mitchell's an old and timey soldier, and he's fit Aidan Turner, who's fit.
He's very fit.
He's a vampire. we've also got Annie, who's having her own funeral or a wake,
Yeah.
and she's watching it because she's a ghost.
Yes. She has a fucking monologue describing all of them. Yeah. I loved that Aidan Turner's backstory is that he was a soldier. May I pitch to the fanfic writers the captain from Ghosts as a vampire? May I pitch that for the table?
Yes, please.
Please. Dip in.
Wattpad, come on in, Wattpad.
Oh, is that the new one?
I thought it was what it always was.
Oh, maybe.
It's fanfiction.net, of course, but...
Of course.
But, of course.
And if you want to hear us reading fanfic, my God, can you? On patreon.com/quiz.
That's the badger. Mm-hmm. And Mitchell is a sexy vampire, has lots of sexy vampire sex, and bites a lady and kills her, or vampires her.
I love that he was like an old-timey vampire, and in 2009 he's Charlie XCX. Like, he's just very like,
let's ride,
cunty.
He is so fit. And also fit is Russell Tovey, who plays George, who is a sexy werewolf, and he's
always naked.
Naked, yes.
Always in his bum.
Always naked.
Always.
You see him lying on a ground with a body next to him.
I thought he got shot.
I thought he got shot.
I was like, what? What is this?
I was very confused. But don't worry, everyone will find out later.
Yeah. The boys work in a hospital together.
Yes.
And vampires can eat biscuits now? Okay. Vampires can eat biscuits. Vampires can't eat, can they?
Yeah, they can. I think they can.
They're dead.
Well, it depends on the canon.
Okay,
but
fine.
They can
eat elsewhere. Yeah, I thought they can only eat blood and anything else. Like, they can eat a steak at a push, I thought was the vibe. He's trying down on biscuits.
But biscuits, though.
Maybe if he gets a jammy dodger, he can pretend.
Oh.
We're on fire over Zoom.
Bless him. Oh, I just imagine him with his little... Oh.
He's squinting. He's like...
Haribo Tang Fastics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. The cherries. He's like, little balls.
Or the little teeth.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Teeth on teeth. Double teeth.
And the three of them are housemates in a house.
Yes.
Crucial.
The two boyfriends who work together.
I want two boyfriends, and I want the boyfriends to be boyfriends.
That's what Annie said. Like, they're boyfriends. I can't remember what happens. They do seem to be peppering in the Russell Tovey is gay, but we'll get to that later in the transformation bit.
I read the Wikipedia about the whole storyline, and I'm sorry to report he is not gay in
this. Okay, well, we'll get to it. They have a lot to explain about one scene. Was Russell Tovey like, make it gay? And they were like, but you're straight, Russell.
No, Russell Tovey, he's fine now, but there was some controversy about Russell Tovey, where he was a little bit internally homophobic, and was a bit like, I don't like all these wishy-washy fairy types.
Really?
Maybe that's about Pokemon, I don't know, but I think he's since apologised and has embraced the queer. I think it was, when you're like young and gay and in the movies.
Yeah, you don't realise that you could look so cunt, but you refuse because you don't want to look like a girl.
Yeah.
I don't think. Here's my hot take. No, I don't believe it. Okay, my hot take is...
Teach me your ways, Kate. Teach me your self-censoring ways.
I think people rarely look their best when they are 100%, if they're like cis, prescribing to their gender. Does that make sense? Like, I think people look their hottest when there's a bit of ambiguity. When there's bit of... Do you?
The Cock Destroyers.
But can you imagine the Cock Destroyers, RIP, in a suit? In like a...
Okay, fair enough. But
do you know what I mean? I'm not saying, like, you can't look hot if you're, like, I'm not saying the cock destroyers don't look hot in a dress. I'm saying, like, but if you put them in a suit, it would be like, oh.
That's fair. I have just started watching Slag Wars. Slag Wars, whoa! And they are incredible.
What is that?
It's like Drag Race, but for slags.
What? What are the challenges?
Be sexy.
Okay. I'm in. Not in. No,
great.
I don't want to join in. I want to observe.
It's on the same streaming service as For the Love of Dilts, which is my favourite TV show of all time.
It's the best show in the world.
Yeah,
what was that guy's
everyone
voice?
get on it.
No.
It's a bit Lumpy Space Princess. I'm really feeling sexy and pray for a bitch. It's my favourite.
That's so funny. Oh my god. You're
Someone
right.
just fell down, so it just made a noise down my chimney. It's Santa. He's been.
So, for example, I think Aidan Turner is fitter than Russell Tovey in this because he's got that long hair.
He's got his long hair.
It's a little bit kind of androgynous and, like, he's got his, like, cunty little glasses. It's a bit like femme. I mean, it's 2009, so he's still wearing jeans and a t-shirt, basically. But that's what I mean. Like, just experiment with gender. People are hotter when they're experimenting with gender.
Fair. That's
I'll
fair.
stand by that.
Okay, I get what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway.
I've got that Russell Tovey internalised homophobia, so give me a strong man who hates pink any day.
Do you think Russell Tovey's fitter than Aidan Turner in this?
I think they're equally fit and they should both kiss. On a side note, I love the Eiffel Tower. It's a wonderful building in France. Just completely unrelated.
Okay.
But just, yeah, love the Eiffel Tower.
Love the Eiffel Tower.
Love that sort of stuff. Annie's very excited
Love pink.
because
Yes.
Annie's very excited because the pizza delivery guy can see her.
Yeah, and ghosts can touch things now. I wasn't sure I was.
They can make cups of tea.
She can take the bins out, but she can't eat, and sometimes she can't be seen. I think if you can pick up a bin bag, you can be seen by everyone.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I actually learned that on TikTok that the idea of a ghost being like halfy, like translucent, is only about 100 and something years old.
Where's it from? Because I also heard something similar.
From like when the first kind of film reels and cameras were being developed, apparently.
Oh my god, yeah.
I think because obviously because pictures took so long to take. If you got up and left, you'd be left with like a little half. Yeah. And there was like, it was the Phantasmagoria was what it was called.
We had to. So I was going to say I had to help teach on that when I was teaching little BA students. How great would it have been in BA to learn about Phantasmagoria and stuff like that? Yeah. And but have you seen the pictures? It's like people go like, ugh, and it looks like they've been spaffed on. It's fantastic. It's like they've put like ectoplasm, but it's just like all over their faces. It's fantastic.
But yeah, it's also, it used to be that ghosts were just solid people I've thought of as being just people there.
Yeah, so Marjolaine Robertson is a comedian from Shetland Isles, and she does lots of TikToks about like Shetland folklore. But she was talking about how ghosts are still talked about in Shetland, I think, as a more like you'll hear your name being called, and you'll see like someone you think is just a regular person, but it's not, it's a ghost.
I see.
Very interesting. Anyway,
it's a full moon tonight, so George is getting ready to be.
Yeah, it's his time of the month. Love that.
That's great.
Oh my god, trans icon. Love it.
That's why his hyper mask is trying to get away from it all.
Exactly. I
Mitchell.
did like the line.
Oh, Mitchell, who's Aidan Turner? Sorry, continue.
And he talks about when, it's her time of the month, I'd have to curl up with a Pride and Prejudice, and I'd bite someone's head off. Oh god, I think that is an actual problem with you, isn't it? And also was like, fuck. What the fuck?
The dialogue is great. I enjoy the dialogue.
It's so good. Yeah.
Is it Toby Whithouse? Is that who it is? who wrote a few episodes of Doctor Who.
I think so. Ooh, which ones?
He wrote School Reunion, a banger. Which, if you'd like to hear our review of School Reunion, go to patreon.com/queers. We talk about Anthony Head.
D'Anthony Head.
D'Anthony Head. At work, Mitchell sees a lift open and close by itself on CCTV.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, something's afoot.
Spooky, spooky. Yeah.
So he confronts Seth.
Yes.
Who is a
I don't like
vampire.
him. I know we're not supposed to.
He is the villain.
I'm so I've said this before, like, if I'm watching something, I'm like, the director intended me to be scared. I'm like, ooh. I'll do what they want. I can like this Seth person, and you can quote me on that.
There's like a peppering in that there's some like vampire uprising is about to happen.
Yeah.
And so they've decided that they're going to like bite people of influence. So there's a hospital patient who's on the council.
I was like, have a bit more ambition. Like, at least in Buffy, I don't know, they wanted a big Harvest Festival. So I'm like, I don't know, they were thinking about events.
Harvest Festival!
You know what I mean?
Just the harvest, yeah, sure.
Yeah. They were going to have a big festival.
Tins of ravioli.
To the festival.
The king is giving a festival and a ball.
That's Buffy, right? Sure.
Yeah. George goes down to like the isolation ward in the hospital, which is where he goes to when he's it's his time of the month. But they're renovating it. So, oh no, we can't go. Oh no, please. So they drive into the countryside.
He's got a very nice car.
A very nice car.
A very nice car. Oh, also they have a sort of peppering in that there's a blonde woman who fancies Mitchell, and Lauren is dead, and they're planting a tree.
Yes.
You know.
And George also fancies the blonde woman a bit.
I was like, okay, all right.
Okay, you are gay.
Yeah. And then this bit. I love this bit where Mitchell is trying to persuade him, if you're going to transform, do it in the house, it's safer. And he's like, I'm not doing this in the house. It's fantastic.
And he runs into the countryside. And we get Arctic Monkeys when the sun goes down. Bloody banger.
The music in this is fantastic. And then he runs over to some women, goes, no! And then runs and encounters two men making out, right?
Mm-hmm. Dogging.
And is like, oh, and then runs away. And then there's a man being like, scared of something, are you? And he's like, oh. I'm like, internalized homophobia. No, I thought that's what they were doing.
Oh, maybe.
I genuinely thought that's what they were doing. But if he's not gay the whole time...
No.
That's rubbish. Just
queer
dogging
baiting.
for the sake of dogging. No. I mean, maybe. Do what you want.
Maybe.
But...
Wolfing. Dog.
Wolfing, sure.
Wolfing each other down.
Oh, I wrote down what he said. He says, hello, mate, what are you running from? Because he's gay.
And also because you're spooky in a hat.
Yes, well, we find out in the trailer for the next episode that he's important. And I was like, in a fedora? In that hat?
Right.
Okay. All right.
But eventually, they decide to go home.
And Annie's like, I just hoovered.
And she's like, I want to watch. I want to see it.
I thought this was really not okay. He's like, it's private. It's really fucked up. No, don't look at me. And she's like, go on. And Aiden's like, yeah, I think she should. She should watch.
What are you going to do? Kill her?
Yeah. And he's like, yeah. And then...
He just stands naked in the front room, ready for his transformation. Now, we have spoken about this on our catch-up, which hopefully is coming out now or soon. The film Wolf Cop that I watched on ITVX.
Oh, yes. I want to watch that.
Where the wolf kind of bursts out of the man's skin. It's a bit like that. And you kind of you see like the bit on his back, the little... It's always on the back, isn't it, when you see a werewolf transformation? The little, like, spine shit.
The worst bit for me is the face.
The heart, when it's between... Yeah,
I hate that.
Animorphs. Do you remember Animorphs?
No.
It was a book series where some kids got, like... infected by aliens or something, and they gave them all the powers of changing into animals. And and there was a TV series as well. But all the covers are like a picture of a child and a picture of the animal that it's turning into, and then all the ones in between.
Yeah, gross, horrible. This was amazing because the transformation is so spooky. It's so creepy. The elongated, and Russell is doing some noises. Acting, and he's like screaming, and then and he's like, George, and it's so tense, and then he turns the camera, and it's fucking Big Bird. It's like it's
Basil Brush. It's Basil Brush.
It's Basil Brush, and his eyes are too close together, and it's so shit.
It's got someone's hand in it, flapping its mouth.
I was cackling. I watched this on my phone on the train, and I was cackling. It's so fucking funny.
They're sensible that they only give you like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
but still.
Have you seen? I googled the other ones that are in the show. It doesn't get better. They're so weird looking. I tried to screenshot it on iPlayer, but I couldn't. So I think I'm going to post it on.
That.
I know.
I keep trying to screenshot stuff of myself on Drag Race, and they won't let me.
Oh.
Like, it's me. Let me do it.
I own this. I'm going to have to like take a picture on my laptop or something because it's so funny, and I need you all to see it. It's so funny. It's like so good. Anyway,
in the morning, the flat is in chaos. Obviously.
Yeah.
And the landlord, Owen, is going to come round to see them. And Owen happens to be Annie's fiancé when she died.
Yes, and she's very excited about him coming round.
She writes a list of questions. Yes. She's like, are you fucking Janie Harris?
I was like,
is her main one.
If there's one thing a man's going to do, it's fuck Janie Harris.
It's fuck Janie Harris. If you're not fucking Janie Harris, you're only getting half the story.
You're only getting half the story. Yeah, I mean, you've read the plot. I feel like he killed her.
He says, because like,
the story is very loose.
Yeah, he's like, how did she die? She fell down the stairs and it was dark. And I was like, that's embarrassing.
Yeah. Honestly, death to Annie. She's dead. But like, she's so irritating.
She is a bit. Maybe he did kill her.
Because he's like, oh, she was standing at the top of the stairs, and then I hadn't done the wiring in the house, and I don't know what happened, but...
I'll be honest, Annie is the one I least care about, and the one whose plots I read less of.
Of course.
I wonder why.
DoTheyKiss.com.
Speaking of kissing, Annie drinks from the bottle that Owen drank from when he was round.
Oh, yeah.
And, like, makes out with it. It's a bit... It's quite sad.
It is quite sad.
It's like it's heart-rending, but it's weird.
You know what's sadder? Russell Tovey kills a pigeon.
No, he doesn't. He lies about it.
That's true. But he's
it's a comedy bit where like Russell is like, we've got to be calm and make up all these excuses and stuff, and then when Owen arrives, he's really bad at making up excuses.
Yeah, it's funny.
And Aidan Turner's like, here's a more sensible explanation.
Yeah. He's like, I killed a pigeon. He's like, you killed a pigeon? He's like, yeah, with a shoe. So good.
It's funny. It's funny time.
I really enjoyed, after he leaves, Aidan Turner's like, how did you do that? Are you a spy?
You were
so calm. So funny.
Mitchell, when Owen is there, Mitchell is like, oh, what was Annie like? And Owen's really nice about her. So Annie's like at the top of the stairs, like, ooh, 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 ooh. He still
like
loves
me watching Borat. And we find out that Herrick,
Jason Watkins,
yes, who Seth mentioned earlier, whose big ambition is to eat people on the council, he's head of police or something, head lead, whatever, policeman, but he's also the original guy who bit
Mitchell.
Aidan Turner.
Yes.
At the very start.
Yes.
He's doing the most evil thing of all, magic. He's doing magic
tricks for everyone. It's horrible.
Yeah, awful. Ugh, gross.
Mitchell tells him to fuck off.
Yeah, fuck off with your magic.
And
Take
we learn...
your wand. Fuck off.
We learn that Mitchell agreed to be a vampire to save the lives of his soldiers.
And Herrick is like, oh, poor you, eternal life. And he makes the point that I think is very valid. Because earlier on, Mitchell's like, the hospital is out of bounds. You do not eat these people. I'm like, they are surely the people who would most be like, oh yeah, come on, have a bit. Like, honestly, I don't think there's an illness where I would turn down a vampire. The sniffles, and I'd be like, end it, please. Come on.
So Herrick is like, I'm going to do the same trick that I did on you, on the parents in the children's ward.
Yeah.
And I'm going to offer them the lives of their children if they agree to be vampires. And it's spooky scary.
It's spooky
it's
scary.
Dark and evil.
Raises valid points about like life and death and all that stuff. Although I think I saw on the Patreon, I watched Interview with a Vampire. I didn't realise it had Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise in it. Double trouble combo, evil combo. But that's got a child vampire in it, and it's very sad. Very fucked up. Yeah.
Is it Kirsten Dunst, is it?
Yes, out-acting all of them. It's gorgeous to see.
As she should be.
Gorgeous.
Jason Watkins says another spooky, portentous thing, like everything's about to change. Oh, vampires going to uprise.
Yes.
And George says to Mitchell that he's going to go for the memorial for Lauren, who is the girl that Aidan was having sexy bitey sex with at the start and turned into a vampire, because she's the one who's disappeared or died or whatever. And then, so he's going to go to the memorial for her, and Mitchell's like, no, thank you.
No.
I'm all right.
And Russell tries to flirt with blonde woman. What's her name? Becca.
Is it Becca? Becca.
Yeah.
But we don't get told for a long time.
We don't. She's changed her shampoo, which obviously Russell can tell because he's got super smell. So he's like, oh, you're normally vanilla-y, and now you're minty, like a polo. He's like, do you have a hole? And everyone's like, that's really
you're
fucked
gay.
up, actually. Looking for holes, are you?
Meanwhile, Annie has stolen George's phone because she can take things and hold things and type out things.
And is luring her ex with a leaky
she's like, come
tap.
and fix the tap, please. Wet.
Yeah.
Wet. That's how you get them.
Yeah.
I'm dripping. At the memorial, Lauren surprises George at her own memorial.
It's Dyke o'clock. That is a lesbian. That is a lesbian.
It is a lesbian.
Well, it's a woman with short hair, but it's... I may be extrapolating. She throttles the man.
She does. She pins him against the... Yeah.
Yeah.
And she's about to go and bite him, and then she's like, dog.
Like Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh, that's you. Yeah, so she doesn't bite him in the end. But George is like, fuck, that's Lauren, who's a vampire. Mm-hmm. Mitchell has turned her into a vampire. And he's just a sweet boy who wants a normal life and is annoyed at Mitchell for ruining that. I
know. He's like, I'm trying. Why aren't you trying? Love it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
Becca, the blonde lady, asks Mitchell out, and he's like, fuck it, yeah, go on. Yum, yum, yum. He's just said he doesn't want you to bite people anymore.
What did he just say? Come on.
Listen.
Comprehension. If we're not listening, we're killing our friends. Landlord comes over with Janie.
Yeah, we get a montage of Annie practicing all the stuff that she's going to say, like how she's going to like be found. She's like, oh hi. Oh, surprise. Yes, it's with Janie Bloody Harris. And he can't exactly see her, but he can kind of sense.
Yeah, there's something off. Have you ever seen a ghost? I've asked you this before, I think.
I remember in the Pavilion Gardens in Buxton, there was a hot summer day. Would you offer your throat to the wolf with the red roses?
If it's Russell Tovey.
Oh, I would offer my throat to Russell Tovey. Right here, Russell, right here.
Right here.
Gobble, gobble. And, oh, you're doing neck, I'm doing throat.
Oh, yeah, neck, throat. Oh, I guess that is throat.
I'm sucking off Russell Tovey.
Oh.
I'm not taking out my throat and giving it to him, I'm just offering the services of my throat.
Oh, I thought you meant bite. Okay.
I'm not oh, no, fuck off. No, I'm sucking him off, Caitlin.
He's a werewolf.
werewolf.
I was doing a charming bit about being murdered by a werewolf.
And I had to ruin
what you were doing. Yes.
Oh. Anyway, I love the Eiffel Tower. And he comes home and he does a little scream. He does a little cute little scream. He's like, oh. Or is that you texted me? And he's like, yes, I texted you. Yeah.
I am so easily startled. If I come out the bathroom and Amy's just in the bedroom, I'm like, oh! I don't like people being where I don't expect people to be.
My God, Charles, that was one hell of a jump. Have you been practicing?
Lovely.
And Owen describes Janie as his partner.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, how long has it been? I don't know how long it's been since she died.
In my mind, because there's a great bit at the start where loads of people are being shown around the house.
Yeah.
And she's sitting there like this to a pregnant woman looking round. So it's at least been I'd say 6 months at least.
Yeah.
Because they've been showing people around, it hasn't sold, and then the boyfriends move in, so...
I probably, if I'd been bereaved, or if I'd killed her, I would actually not be. If I'd been bereaved, I probably wouldn't be describing someone as a partner.
For the optics, at least.
Yeah. In the house where the girlfriend died.
Yeah. If he's evil, I would just be a bit more cynical. I don't know.
Yeah. And when they've gone, Annie has a big cry about the whole thing.
Yes.
And she's quite rude to George for no reason.
And then George, the straight man, sits and bitches with her about how shitty her ex-fiance's new girlfriend looks.
He is extraordinarily nice to her after she has been incredibly rude.
And very rude about Janie. I'm like, this is a gay man.
Yeah.
He's so good at bitching about her. So good. The straight men are awful. Sometimes you're like, oh, God, I hate that person. And they're like, oh, yeah, she's really annoying. And I'm like, come on.
Give me more.
Give me something.
Come on. He also tells her about when he got turned into a werewolf.
Yes.
Which is the bit from the start. He didn't get shot. He just got, scratched, which I think that's how you get...
holiday with his girlfriend next to a ravine, obviously. And he says ravine like it's a thing people say. And he went wandering in the ravine with a strange man from the hotel. Your Honour?
You get what you're given.
Case closed. Gay man. You're dogging in a ravine.
And you're getting dogged in a ravine. Wolf.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm not buying this.
The other man gets, mauled. Dead mauled.
Yeah, he does.
There's a lot of gore. How did you cope with the gore?
Oh, yeah. It was fine. It was very dark. I was fine.
I couldn't see.
Yeah, I couldn't see. Russell doesn't die. He gets saved by some hunters who are shooting the werewolf.
Yeah, that was the shots from the start.
The gunshots, yes.
But because he's been scratched, he's now a werewolf.
That's what you get for walking in a ravine at night with a strange man.
Not to victim
blame. I just simply wouldn't walk in a ravine at night. I'm just saying.
And you're right. You're so right.
You're crying out for a werewolf. For a ravaging.
At the hospital, we meet the first person in this Bristol-based series with a Bristol accent.
Oh, is it in Bristol?
Yes, it's set in Bristol.
I didn't realise that at all. What?
Well, no, you wouldn't, because everyone's got an accent that is not Bristol. Literally every other accent under the sun.
Yeah,
but there's one nurse who has 3 lines.
Oh, I was like, where was Sophie Willan to play this nurse? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or Jade Adams, or
That's a Jade Adams role.
They would have eaten this role up. It's 3 lines, but she makes it count.
She does it.
Yeah.
She tells George that blonde Becca of the polo fame has gone for a drink with Mitchell, and he fucking legs it out there.
He runs to get his boyfriend. He's gay!
It's in Bristol. Everyone's gay in Bristol.
It's true.
Meanwhile, Lauren arrives, the vampire lady, lesbian.
Yes,
and
she does.
Joins in on the date, and she's like, you gonna fight this girl as well? Ooh, I went out with him once, and it changed my life. It's camp.
She was like, we'll be friends after this, because she thinks he's gonna bite blonde girl. And I was like, yes, would love to see it, please.
And Becca starts to recognise it. She's like, well, I've seen your picture somewhere before. Was it on a tree? So Mitchell takes her outside and is like...
Yeah.
He takes Lauren outside and he's like, stop it, please.
Stop it now.
But she's like, I'm pissed. I'm pissed off that you made me into a vampire. This is shit.
Valid. So
you
valid.
You fucked me over, darling.
Yeah. And then he's like, run away with me. 180? What are you talking about? He's like, run away with me to the middle of nowhere and we'll eat salad all day.
Calm down, Carly Rae Jepsen.
She's like, no, I want to bite some throats, please.
Yes, I've got a thirst for it now.
And whose fault is that? Stupid, silly old woman.
She's very militant for the vampire cause.
Yes.
She loves it.
And fair enough.
Yeah.
Honestly, would you turn down being a vampire?
I don't know.
I would.
I wouldn't be devastated if it happened to me. But I wouldn't actively go out seeking it. I'm not Rio Wellard in Young Dracula.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, I get that. Well, they're not real, so you'd look very silly.
I'd look full. Yeah. I'd love to be able to turn into a bat and do a little fly.
Oh, yes, that'd be fun. Yes. I'd love to not see my reflection.
Oh, my career would be over.
That's true. Like, would be much different.
Wow.
Just a little jape. Your makeup has been very beautiful, and I've commented on it multiple times. I've commented on it many times.
Thank you. It doesn't matter what my makeup looks like because I have a kind heart.
Where? In the box.
I'm a vampire now.
And you're a credit to your family.
A warm brain. And I'm a pleasure to have in class.
A smooth brain. No ridges or bumps.
No valleys or lumps.
No.
I've got a big brain.
Big brain.
Although I am a moron who hates the BBC, so...
You are, yes. Yeah.
I quite like the BBC.
Yeah. Got a lot to thank him for.
I was like, why do people say that I hate the BBC when I'm on the way to film a BBC show and have a BBC show coming out next week that I'm in?
Yeah.
The thing that I was alluding to last week about like, oh, this new thing might be out. It's Ginger's House was what I was talking to. That has been announced since that it's coming out when this episode comes out. Mm-hmm. Because I was told it was previously, but it's this episode. I think it comes out at 6 a.m. is what I've been told on iPlayer.
On what day?
Thursdays. Yeah.
Okay. Can't wait. I'll set my alarm ready.
And get up at 6 a.m. and watch it.
Just wake up. Watch Ginger's House.
It's only 10 minutes, you go back to sleep.
Oh, lovely. Yeah. Have the weirdest dreams.
A house full of cross-dressers.
Amazing.
Yeah. Sorry, just derailed that to talk about my own self and my own projects going on.
It's all right, pretty standard.
I'm just excited.
I'm not complaining. It's just, you got a lot of things on. It's great.
I have. What's happening? Mitchell apologises to Becca and leaves the date. He's not going to bite her.
And she is not happy. He insists on walking her to the taxi rank, and I'm like, no, fuck off. I know it's because there's a vampire loose, but loose vampire, but
let loose.
Just follow her from a distance like a normal person,
Do an Edward Cullen for God's sake.
Yeah. Oh, I saw a video of Lucy LaDuca. Lucy LaDuca is so fit.
She's so fit and she's so nice.
Yeah, and so lovely. She was the nicest person I met at DragCon.
I hope she's there again. Angeria, also very lovely.
Yes. Oh, and Cheryl. I mean, they're all lovely. But, well, actually, no, they're not.
Oh my God. I was in Central the other day. I'd picked up my wig bag from Ginger at Soho. Mm-hmm. And then I was just waiting on the corner for going for tea with someone, and then I'm standing there waiting, and then I feel like a hand grab the bag and start to pull it, and I'm like, my phone's been snatched out of my hand before. I'm ready to like deck this person who's like in all black in a cap, like.
Was it Michael?
I'm like, I'm about to lift my fist and fucking punch him in the fucking face. It's Kitty Scott Claus. That's for Melania.
Oh, don't give the internet more. Don't.
No, I'm good friends with Kitty Scott Claus. I'm friends with Kitty, and she was doing a silly little bit.
Thief, Kitty Scott Claus.
But I was ready to deck her because I was like, this is a nice wig that I've not worn much that you can see in Ginger's house on Thursdays on BBC iPlayer. And I was not having it. But then I was like, oh, hello, how nice to see you.
How's she doing?
She's all right, yeah. She's skinny.
She's so skinny.
She's so skinny.
Skinny.
And I was like standing outside a pizza place. I'm having a pizza. But no, it was exciting, but scary. My heart rate. I aged about 10 years in that. Anyway, speaking of grabbing on the street,
Billy on the
Lauren
street.
grabbing on the street. Lauren grabs Russell.
Yeah, she does.
And you see his little feet doing a little paddling in the air.
Look, if we are to insist that he is straight, I would love to see it, please.
Show you're working.
Show you're working. Fuck the vampire dyke.
And she drops him, and he lands next to the bleeding corpse of Becca.
It was quite intense.
I was like,
it was a lot. Like she's
God,
like,
that's a woman.
Blood.
Oh yeah, she's not a corpse yet. She's on her way to being a corpse.
She's not.
She's got a one-way ticket to being a corpse.
Yes, she's not a fully intact person, but not yet a corpse.
I'm not a corpse. Not yet a fully intact person. All I need is time. Or Aidan Turner to suck me off. What? To suck off. He needs to suck off Aidan Turner.
Why didn't? Or she needs to suck off him, right?
Yeah.
Why didn't he let her suck her off?
So George is like begging him to be like, let her suck you off, and he's like, no. I really like. There's a bit when they get home.
Yeah, I know. I'd be pissed though. I'd be so angry. I'd be like, can you please fuck it?
I would be like, yeah, please, my fit girlfriend.
I am.
My little polo lady.
A little soupçon.
But Mitchell says no and chooses his nice pals and the humans over policeman Jason Watkins, who's like, it's all about to start, choose a side.
Yes. Mitchell's listening to fucking Johnny Cash. I hurt myself today. No, you didn't. You hurt everyone else. Actually,
Johnny.
I would say 70% of people who play that song, they've actually not hurt themselves, they've hurt everyone else.
You're right, you're so right.
I think it's the song of self-pitying arseholes.
You're right. I read an article about the music in this, and apparently, I think in the next episode, maybe, they play Hounds of Love. Because he's a werewolf.
Is it werewolves fucking?
I hope so.
Yeah.
we shall be watching.
I might continue watching this.
I would continue watching it.
Yeah.
Just for myself, not to talk about at length, but just for my own personal enjoyment. It is the season. George and Annie at home reflect on like how much energy it must take Mitchell to not give in to his like predator urges all the time, and this is a nice little denouement.
Yeah.
Annie says, "Do you think he should have saved her?" And George says, "I think he did."
Yeah. It's quite nice. And then...
Mind blown.
Who's outside? It's Dogger from the park. His little fedora. He's looking at our Russell.
When I'm cleaning windows.
Yeah. I'm like, no, he's got to fuck the vampire lady.
He's got...
Leave him
the vampire
alone.
man. Either,
honestly. Either or. Both. Together. Combo.
The Eiffel Tower.
Eiffel Tower combo.
They go into Paris. And yes, in the future, the next episode, we're told that the Man in the Hat, who I think is Shakespeare from the Doctor Who Shakespeare episode,
he looks very different.
It's like, you're a werewolf, Harry.
What?
You're a wizard, Harry. Oh no! Oh no!
I see. From oh,
you are gay. And it was a nice time. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a great time. Bit sad, but bit gay.
Yeah, we are now the target demographic for this.
Yeah.
And I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Well, I was like, why isn't there anything like this? Well, if only someone, mentioning no Caitlin and housemate the pod Elmer names, had written a gay vampire sitcom. God, if only. If only. That was on right now.
Let's not forsake drag queens versus vampires. Please.
I'm talking about werewolves. Wait, did I say werewolves?
You said vampires.
Oh, I meant werewolves.
Okay, well, yes, you can do that. Can I be in it?
Well, if we can get it made.
Well, if it's on the BBC, I've slammed the BBC, so...
Yes.
Jeopardise my entire relationship with them.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
No, Muddles.
Oh, no.
No.
I think we generally answered, is it queer, on the way?
Yes. It doesn't think it is, but it is.
If we're seeing Russell Tovey's bum on a daily basis.
Joggers and being like, oh, no, if he's going for a walk in a ravine with a man. I'm not saying every gay man goes for a walk in a ravine, but I think if you're going for a walk in a ravine, you're gay.
Yeah.
You know, it's not the hard and fast rule, but...
I do think Annie the Ghost Lady is quite straight, unfortunately. I was hoping to get a sniff out a little truffle of bisexuality off her, but I'm not getting it.
I think it is quite bisexual to date an awful man. It's also quite straight.
It's also quite straight. It's hard to...
But it is hard, but I'm gonna root for the bisexuality. But yeah, okay. She's right, you know what she is? You know when you're like, you meet two very basic gays and they have an insipid posh mate and they're always like, yes, queen, you're serving, and she's just thin.
Yeah.
That's who Annie is.
I see. Okay. Yeah. Good to know.
Yeah.
Lovely. And then vampires just canonically are all some kind of queer.
Yeah.
I want to watch Interview with a Vampire.
Yeah. Wait, did we mention that earlier? Oh, yeah, TV show. Yeah, I want to watch that.
Yes. Sorry, yes, you did, yes.
Don't watch the film.
That's the Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise.
Don't. I did that by accident and I'm bad at noticing who actors are. I was like, what's that? Oh, fuck. And it was like 3/4 of the way through. I'm so bad at it. You should check on Rotten Apples. Rotten Apples, is that what it's called? There's that website.
Oh, yeah.
Rotten Apples, where you can check if there's anyone associated with, like, sex crimes in a film. It's a lot of films. I should have done that.
Well, he's probably not getting that much money from it.
No, probably not.
If any.
Hope not.
Oh, my mother's hoovering. How exciting. That's our side to stop. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe.
Yes.
Tell a friend, tell an enemy.
Tell an enemy.
Tell Russell Tovey that I would like to go to Paris with him and Aidan Turner.
Yes.
Please.
Yeah.
Eurostar.
Aidan Turner is a lot less... I looked up a picture of him. He's got a lot more your vibe of, like, man. Ooh. Not your vibe.
No. My vibe, of course.
Yeah, of course. Pinnacle of masculinity.
My tastes.
Catty bastards. Yes, exactly.
I'll take anyone at this point, quite honestly.
Yeah, but he used to be such a little androgynous little pointy man. Little rat boy. He could have been the Timothy Chalamet.
He could have been.
Did he beef up for something? Is that what happened? Is it like...
Possibly. I don't know.
Who's that actor? I wrote a whole bit about that actor from The Bear. Because I just think...
Jeremy Allen White.
He looks wrong. It doesn't look right.
Fit Gene Wilder.
Yeah. Why are you making a dandy go on, like, pills to get fit? Like, he's a silly dandy, and that's
Don't make him wear Calvin Klein. Anyway, you can follow us wherever you get... No, we've done that. At Quiz Gone By.
Yep.
I'm at the Kate Butch.
And I'm at a Caitlin Powell.
Okay.
Until I kill that journalist, and then it's the Caitlin Powell, thank you.
Or the horse girl. Is there a horse girl?
I haven't seen her in a while, but there's a journalist who's quite prolific at the moment. She's like 90% of my Google alerts.
You've not got Google alerts for your Sen?
You have? I know that for a fact.
I haven't anymore, not anymore.
Oh,
got
not
too
anymore.
overwhelming.
Well, yeah, I put them on when reviews were coming out, so I could see when they were coming out. But it doesn't work. They come out... You don't get it when they come
alert
out.
like a week later, yeah.
The alert you get is someone going, oh my god, I saw you on this website. That's how you do it. I should turn them off. It's a bit depressing.
We will see you next week. Oh, don't forget to join us on patreon.com/queers if you want to see our review of fanfiction of School Reunion, the Doctor episode, and see Caitlin with a spot star.
Where is it? Oh my god, where's it gone? Where's it gone? Oh, there it is.
It's still there. It's still there. And you can see the random paintings my parents have.
It's charming. A bit gothic.
It's a bit. It's like shipwrecks.
Yeah. Is it like Turner vibes?
I'll go and see who it's by in a second.
Okay.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
And until then, keep going for a walk in a ravine.
Keep going for a walk in a ravine.
Okay,
and if
how is this going to
would
work?
like to go for a walk in my ravine.
Go spelunking.
Spelunking. Should we try it and we'll see what happens?
Yeah.
We'll see you next week. And until then, keep going for a walk in a ravine. We'll see how that turns out.
Yeah.
Cut, print,
Gayest
moving
thing
on.
a man can do.
Right, stop recording. Recording stopped.